I'm going to make this as simple as I can make it. Every white country that is a white country is attempting to start a war. Now, I told my wife this 10 years ago. She'll tell you. I told my wife, I said, there's a few modus operandi that white people have. And I said, the last ditch effort is for them to attempt to start a war. You guys will never meet my wife. But if you did, she'd tell you. I used to tell her that almost every day for years. Now, here's what happened. And this is for the people that still believe in the Bible. America, and whether you believe it or not, got the best president they could have gotten. If they would have gotten Kamala, the United States would have diminished in 2 years. The fact that you have a businessman, even though it's not a businessman that's very intelligent, and has hired a cabinet that is also a bunch of warmongering, money-hungry white guys. Rich people only see things one way, their way. How can I get a foothold? So I heard a gentleman a moment ago talking about Europe. And if you've been watching the news, Europe is trying to go to war. Okay, remember, all the white countries, except Russia. Every one of them, if you watch, have tried. Isn't it amazing how Israel just jumped in a war? Isn't it amazing how America, 90 billion, 100 billion, whatever we got to give y'all to keep warring, because we got to keep that border. Now, whether you believe you're a Republican or you're a Democrat as a black person, it doesn't matter. There's an old mindset that has to be subsidized, and it's a white mindset. But Donald Trump is the only one that recognized, even though that has to be subsidized, it's unrealistic. See, one thing about business, I'm going to tell you something. Business will make you see what's real and what's not real. When you're not making money in something, it's not real anymore. Remember, it's just business. So it's not emotional. It's not religious. It's not even metaphorical. In other words, you can't add any philosophy to it. Either you have money or making money or losing money, or you don't. Okay? Now you hear him talking about crypto. The Democrats would never talk about crypto because the Democrats are an older party. Okay? Now, Republicans is the party of the rednecks, but so is the Democratic Party. Just older rednecks, right? So here's what's happening. I told you the Bible. If you still believe what I have to say based on the Bible, why isn't the God of Abraham, or excuse me, Ishmael and the other guy, I forget his name, why aren't they intervening? Why aren't they intervening? They tried to make this a holy war. That's why Israel is in it. I say all this. Y'all don't understand the modus operandi that's happening. War, religion, taxation. Now, we're not getting in no war. Now, a lot of y'all, even when you go to white barbershops and cigar shops, they say, oh, we're going to go to war. We're going to go. How? This was a conversation the gentleman was having a few minutes ago. He said, how are we going to fund this war? Who's going to fund it? If the United States, based on Trump, this is what he said. This is the UK talking. Is it going to help us fund this war? Then who's going to do it? Who's going to step up? Now, in that question is the answer to, do you believe in the Bible or not? Because he just told you all these holy wars you read about in the Bible were funded. And some of you are smart enough, you say, well, Juan, the money hasn't come. How? It's a war. It's God's war. He's going to fund it. Isn't it funny how these wars always benefited two groups of people, the Arabs and the so-called white Christians? Every war. So think about this. Your entire belief system is being flipped upside down. And whether you believe it or not, it's because a few people are allowing themselves to listen to God. God never had anything to do with white ascension. Now, one thing, I don't believe that at all, because white ascension was based on the murder of a group of people. A lot of groups of people. And stealing. Everything God don't do. Steal, murder, all these things. It's amazing how God can kill people and not kill people at the same time. You read in the Bible, God killing people, but he not killing people. I don't understand that. Make up your mind. It's like y'all don't see the dissension and confusion in the book. God is not a God of confusion, but in this book he is. God is schizophrenic in this book. God is delusional in this book. God even lies in this book. Oh, but we don't see that. We don't say, Pastor, didn't you say God? Okay. Let me be clear. If you don't recognize the truth based on the facts, you're not hearing anything God is saying. What is evidence if it's not the facts? And I don't mean the facts that men create or the conclusions men come to benefit themselves. I'm talking about the residuals of your life that you see based on the truth. The things that add up and the things that don't. Take this and do whatever you will with it.